High Fiber Sports NFC East Breakdown!
Welcome in, beautiful people, to another NFL Divisional Breakdown episode of High Fiber Sports. Get your fiber in. Matt Kobold, Doug, Brad McDonald. Brad, let the people know what division we're breaking down tonight.
All right, boys. It is, number 4 in the series now? 4 now? All right, we're heading over to the NFC East.
The NFC East. Looking back at last season, the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles came out of this division. 14-3 overall. They beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 40-22. Washington got a wild card, went on a run. They were 12-5 during the regular season. NFC runners-up. They had 4 wins the year before. That's the second largest year-to-year jump over the last decade. Dallas, they sucked last year.
It's 49er.
The Cowgirls. The Cowgirls at 7-10. Worst point differential for a Cowboy team since 1989. They were minus 118. And of course, the New York Giants, not much to discuss from them last season. They were 3-14. Doug, give us your thoughts on how this division played out last year.
Yeah, kind of surprising, right? Because the Eagles had a down year the previous year. So for them to go to the Super Bowl, not even to the Super Bowl, but to beat the Chiefs, who nobody could have beaten. I mean, they're the ones that finally got to them. They had a shot a few years ago, and they blew it. And for them to come back and get it, but you know, really, the Washington Commanders, I don't know, rookie quarterback, like it's that was probably the biggest surprise, and I loved watching them. So, little bit higher expectations this year, but we'll see what happens, I guess. But last year was nuts.
Washington was definitely that surprise team. No surprise from the Eagles. Brad, give us your thoughts how that division played out. Cowboys missing out 7-10.
I will say I hate them, but they played well for not having Dak for most of the year. So I'll give them credit for that. They actually stuck behind McCarthy. That's why I thought it was kind of weird that they canned him after that. I thought he did a good job, honestly. But Jerry Jones is a piece of shit and needs to go back to his plantation and shut the fuck up. Like, I hate that guy so much. Eagles, Saquon Barkley plus what they had already, it makes sense that happened. I mean, we all knew Saquon was a different dude when he came into the NFL. He showed it on the shitty-ass fucking Giants, and then you put him with a team like that, 2 elite receivers, a top 10 quarterback, no doubt in my mind. They could also run, so everyone on the team can run. And Goddard at tight end. I mean, the explosive offense, I'm not surprised they finished at the top, or they won to the Super Bowl, honestly. Defensively, they know how to draft. They keep just replacing studs one after the other, usually coming out of Georgia, it seems like. And so,
And Iowa.
Yes, Cooper DeJean. God damn it, he's got a hate. I hate saying that, but he's good as shit. Yeah, what a fucking athlete, And like Doug said with the Commanders, Jaden Daniels, that was amazing. He led the team in freaking rushing. One of the best rookie seasons I've ever seen out of a quarterback. Again, I spoke of the Cowboys, the Giants, what a disaster. No quarterback, outside of Neighbors, there was not a bright spot. And obviously, Sexy Dexy's always sexy. That defensive line was still good. You got Burns, you got Thibodeau, you got Lawrence. You're going to have a good defensive line. But outside of that, they didn't really have anything to look forward to this year. But I think they've made some moves.
891 rushing yards from Jaden Daniels was a rookie quarterback record, boys. He's different. I drafted him late. I comboed him with Scary Terry McLaurin. That was a nice combo last year. I like Jaden Daniels a lot, for sure. Boys, we're going to give you a fantasy sleeper. We're going to give you a fantasy bust tonight. We're going to predict how the division plays out. I'll lead us off here, fellas. I'll give you my biggest bust. Now, I had this guy in fantasy last season, okay? I like this guy. Franchise record, 13 receiving touchdowns from this player last year. It's not Scary Terry for me. It's Greedy Terry. Greedy Terry McLaurin. I'm going to say he's my biggest bust here in the NFC East. He's going way too high, boys. Wide receiver 16 in the 4th round on ESPN right now. He's just now starting to practice. Like, yeah, he's a veteran. He doesn't need reps. But damn it, he hasn't been hit for months. He hasn't been hit for a while. He's going to need to get up to speed. Regression, it's coming. Like I said, 13 touchdowns last year, a franchise record. We've seen 10 instances before where a player caught 13 tutties on less than 125 targets, like McLaurin did. 9 out of 10 of those guys saw their tutties drop the next season by an average of 5.5. Just looking at Scary Terry's past touchdown season totals, 7, 4, 5, 5, 4. I think it comes down, regression's coming. Wide receiver 7 last year, but the other 5 years, wide receiver 29, 14, 24, 23, 24. He's a good flex. He's a good flex. Being drafted as a wide receiver too. I'm not going to have Scary Terry on my team. Your guy Deebo, you guys like Deebo. He's in town now. He's going to take some touches. I'm totally out on Scary Terry. Brad, give me your thoughts on that and give us your picks tonight.
I disagree. Yes, I was a Deebo fan when he was on the 49ers. He's not on the 49ers anymore. And guess what he is again? Fat. Like he always gets in the offseason. So while he's taking cheeseburger breaks mid-route, I think Scary Terry is going to be hauling it down. He's more professional, has been his whole career. Deebo, I love him. I really do. He's a hell of a player. He's dynamic. He's more useful when you use him both as a running back and wide receiver, as San Francisco did. But he's out of shape, so I think Scary Terry retains his number 1 receiver role. I mean, San Francisco moved on to for a reason. So it's one of those things, like, he was productive for them. Yes, it was more of a salary cap thing. They would love to keep him. I would have loved to keep him too. They might have traded Ayuk if they could have, but torn ACL. I
spun this into a 49ers conversation. We're talking about Scary Terry.
Shut up. I heard you gargle over Tyler Warren for a half an hour last week. Okay.
I'm not saying Deebo is going to take his spot, but wide receiver 16 is too high.
Maybe, but I don't agree. Honestly, like with what you said, Scary Terry's touchdown receptions every single year. Oh, what was the difference in the 1 year where he did well? What was the difference, guys? Oh, shit. Was that it? Yeah.
He had dog shit quarterbacks.
Yeah, so give him a good quarterback. He gets 13 touchdowns. Okay, I say maybe
a brew bet this year. Maybe.
Okay, well, I'm not saying 13, but I still think he gets double digits this year at least. Because I think Fatty will take some of the coverage off him, and so will actually probably do better. So
I like that.
That would be my bust. Now, as far as my sleeper goes, I'm staying on the same team. I'm going same team, and it's a guy that I just found out about recently, and that is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Okay, I looked into this guy. What a cool story, and what a bullshit reason why he didn't play last year. Did you guys see that? Like, they accidentally...
eligibility?
Yeah, it was an eligibility reason for they wrote down the wrong number on his original, who did he play for first? Alabama State. And so took away one of his years of eligibility when it was actually some other guy. And Arizona kept the suspension going the whole year, just in case.
It's crazy.
And so no one's really seen him play. He was great when he went to, was it New Mexico after Alabama State, and then he transferred to Arizona. So no one saw this guy play. And they just traded Brian Robinson Jr. Yeah. To the all-player shot club in San Francisco. And so obviously they've got some confidence in the running back room to get rid of him. He's a hell of a player. I was excited about that. So those are my busts and sleepers.
I like it. So you saying your sleeper is Scary Terry? Is that what you said?
No. Krosky-Merritt. My bust was Deebo.
Yeah, the running back.
Yeah.
Deebo.
Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you.
I should have. Yeah, I meant to say, the other receiver on the team is my bust. Yeah.
Krosky-Merritt, like you said, no one really knows about him. And that backfield, we don't know what's going to happen there. Austin Eckler and Chris Rodriguez, I believe. But yeah, Krosky Merritt, he could be the guy there. Doug, give us your biggest sleeper, your biggest bust. Any thoughts you had on our guys there?
I like where you guys are going, and I'm gonna take a dicey. My pick's gonna cause a ruckus, I think, but I don't see any fault in the Scary Terry prediction. I don't like hold-ins. I don't like contract issues. I don't like you said, he hasn't been hit. Game speed, all that kind of thing, and obviously, being a Niners fan, followed Deebo for a long time, and Deebo had some plays and some seasons that got us all fired up. But I'm probably out on him. He's getting older. I think he's 30-ish, 31 maybe. Fat again, shocker. He hasn't been able to replicate his. When Kyle used him in the backfield, he hasn't been able to replicate that same spark out of the backfield. I think he misses lanes. I think, he's not a running back. I mean, he worked for a bit, but didn't get separation last year, and he's got injury stuff. I don't know. I'm probably out on Deebo too, but that's that. So are we starting with sleepers or busts here?
Go bust first.
Bust first. I'm out on Terry. I'm out on Deebo. They just traded RB1. I think Jaden Daniels is gonna regress this year. I think a sophomore slump is around the corner. I think I think we're gonna see a lot of similarities with CJ Stroud. This is pure hunch, guys. There's nothing like I didn't break down tape and I'm like seed things or whatever, but I hate the hold in by Terry McLaurin. Deebo, I mean, maybe he's motivated, maybe he comes out and has a great season, but just from what I've seen of him the last couple of years, I'm just not like he's a fiery guy, and he's a guy that when he's on your team you root for him, but I mean, everybody loves Deebo, but like we were talking the other day, he's got one Pro Bowl. I mean, that's kind of crazy to me, right? I mean, everybody loves Deebo, and he's got one Pro Bowl. I do like that running back, Brad, but I just Austin Eckler. He didn't want to be in San Diego because he didn't want to be the guy. Like, he literally was like, I don't want to carry the ball 30 times a game or 20, 25, whatever he said. So I think people are going to go high on Jaden Daniels, and I think that he's going to take a step back this year. I think there might be some disappointment. Sleepers, I'm going to go I'm going to look at Dallas and in a position of uncertainty, which is their backfield. And they got a little committee going on, but a guy that has impressed in camp and a guy who's a hometown fella. I think you might get some value out of Jaden Blue. He's explosive. He ran a 40. He was like sub 4.4, super fast guy. He can catch passes out of the backfield. You got Devontae Williams, who had an awful nice toss there.
Did you see what you did? You might want to turn back and take
not the Broncos helmet.
No, the bat.
The big joint.
Oh, it was a joint. Oh, my bad.
Can't get that
but
down.
I think you got Miles Sanders back there. I mean, who knows with him? Javonte Williams, who I really actually liked in Denver, but just did not have a good year last year. I don't think they have trust in either one of those guys. I think at some point this season, Blue's going to come out, and I think they're going to like his explosiveness. He's got big playability, and he's fast. He can catch passes, and I think you could find some serious value there. So Jaden Blue is going to be my sleeper, and Jaden Daniels is going to be a bust.
I like you putting your balls on the table there, Doug, putting Jaden Daniels as your biggest bust here in this division. Like you said, C.J. Stroud, that could be the comp here. Everybody was drafting C.J. Stroud going into the last season very high, and could be Jaden Daniels this year. Yeah. But I'm going to piggyback on you right there, Doug. Jaden Blue for me also. Dallas running back right there. Right there from out of Austin, Texas. 21 years old. This guy's young. And, Doug, I'm going to say exactly what you said. The backfield's open. Javonte Williams, I think he was a bust here in Denver. His best year was his rookie year. Last 2 seasons for Javonte, yards per carry, 3.7 and 3.6. This boy's juiceless. No juice. Miles Sanders, 28 years old, already got a shoulder injury. RB 59 and 55 the last 2 seasons. Backfield's open. Jaden Blue, put him in there, baby. 42 receptions last year and 6 receiving tutties. I think he can catch the ball. Low ankle sprain, so you don't have to draft him. I don't think you have to draft him. You can wait on him. He's not going to take over this backfield right away. Our running back 47 in ESPN right now. He's going for free. Doug, I couldn't agree with you more. Brad, any thoughts there on Doug and myself?
I mean, I could see it, but I don't think the Cowboys' offensive line is anywhere near what it once was. So, and they really haven't done much investment in the backfield over the last few years past Zeke. And so at this point in time, I don't really trust Jerry Jones as a sentient being. Like, no, I'm out. Fuck everyone that's on the Cowboys. It's probably a dumb call. I mean, look at how stupid. Yeah, he would have been $10 million cheaper or something if they would have signed him a fucking year before that too. Jerry Jones a fucking moron. Yeah, no, it's nothing against CD, Dak, Parsons, the shit that's going on there. Jerry Jones is a fucking moron. So everything he's doing now, he's a senile old man that has no fucking clue where the fuck he is. You have to tell him he's got pee stains every time he comes out of the bathroom. I just wash my hands a lot. Oh, fuck that guy. That's my thoughts on anyone on the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, why don't you just lead us right into where you have the Dallas Cowboys ranked in this division? How do you see this division playing out, Brad?
I actually do think it's going to be a tight division this year. Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know what the streak is, how many years in a row where the same team doesn't win. It's fucking nuts. Yeah. I expect the same thing this year. I think there's going to be a new one. Doug, I actually had Jaden Daniels as like my backup bust in case someone else brought him up, because sophomore slumps are real, like you said, CJ Stroud. So I was kind of like, oh, maybe they'll take a drop off, but I don't think so. I believe in him. I do. And I think they added some pieces, and they actually have a running game. It might be a heart pick here. Like, as soon as they got rid of Dan Snyder, I found myself rooting for them in the NFC East now. So fuck it. That's true. Got the Commanders winning the division.
Hey.
Eagles close second. I don't think they really didn't do a whole hell of a lot from last year. Not a bunch of changes there, but they still got they got a dude at quarterback. They got two dudes at wide receiver, a dude at running back, and a dude at tight end. Pretty good offensive line. And great defense. So it's like, should they win it again? Yeah, sure. But I'm going Commanders taking over. And then I got the Giants coming in after that. I think we're looking for
third.
Yeah. Third. I believe in Jackson Shart. I think he's real. All right. I think that defensive line, I talked about them being my sleeper pick, and that defensive line is next level. They get some improvements on the secondary. Jackson Dart has looked like a dude in the preseason. Malik Neighbors is obviously a dude.
Oh, yeah.
So, maybe if they hold some teams to not scoring a bunch, they could win some games, and Dallas is going to go negative 105 and 0.
Wow.
They fucking suck. I hate them. They're only good again.
Brad's going Commanders, Eagles, Giants, and Cowboys. Now, I'm going to guarantee Doug and I are not on the same page as that. Doug, let us know.
Whew, boy. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, how's that taste?
I'm sitting here looking, okay, where's he...
Wow.
You love this defensive line. They better
Abdul
get
Carter
like
plus
94 pick sixes. They better. Oh my gosh! And he talks about the backup quarterback. Cool, sweet. Anyway.
Until week 2. Two poops a week Wilson. That's what he calls him, right? That's what he is.
Two
He's
poops a
getting
week.
fired
No,
week 2.
yeah.
Because he would have not pooped that week. And they're like,
He's
get
gonna
out
shit
of
his pants on the field. That's what he's
here.
gonna do.
Yeah, he's going to stay until Sunday and just mess up the whole field. And he's going to get fired.
Oh, man. Yeah, all right. Well, so I'm going to go, looking at schedules and again, just looking at rosters here. I do like the Eagles to take the division again. I'm not an Eagles guy. I can't stand Nick Sirianni, and this goes back to a couple years ago with Dre Greenlaw fighting with that fat security guy.
Oh, right. Fuck that guy.
Anyway, but the Eagles, I love the defense. That defensive backfield is nasty. They got tons of weapons, like you said, 2 dudes at receiver. They got a dude at running back. They got the tush push. They got Jalen Hurts. So I do, with their weapons and their defense, I do see them taking the division again. The Commanders, I got them coming in next. Again, a little bit of regression. I got like 9 wins for them right now. I don't, like I said, I don't believe in Eckler. I like that running back. We'll see how he fares, but I just Austin Eckler, even if he's RB2, I don't have a lot of faith in him. And their defense was not good. They got Bobby Wagner, who's older than I am, and
really?
Outside of that, I mean,
Sure.
their defense has aged a little bit, and they were just terrible against the run. So I see a little bit of regression out of the Commanders, but I got them finished in second. Cowboys finishing next. I got them somewhere around 7 wins. I don't like the vibes around this football team. You touched on it, Brad, but this team, as long as Jerry Jones has a breathing tube down his throat, there's going to be drama. I mean, the guy loves attention. He's an old school, like, as long as people are looking at us, that's all I care about, because or whatever. I don't like the vibes around the team. The whole thing with Micah Parsons, George Pickens they brought in, solid football player, but who knows what kind of personality he's going to bring. Maybe it's great. I don't know, but there's an unknown there. And then that new backfield. You mentioned the offensive line, but I don't know what happens in the backfield. I mean, Jaden Blue could get a shot and be a star, but I don't have much faith in Javonte Williams or Miles Sanders. And then the Giants bringing up the rear. I don't like teams that have 94 quarterbacks that could potentially be quarterback 2 or start on another team. They have no star running back. And their schedule's hard too, by the way. So I got them bringing up the rear. You could see an improvement out of New York, and I don't doubt the defensive line. I mean, they're going to be solid, but just in this division, how things are shaking out, Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants for me.
Doug going the same as last year. I'm going to switch it up even more on you guys. Give us a three different orders here, but I am going Eagles with you, Doug. I am going Eagles at the top. Number 1 defense last year in total yards given up. Houston was number 2 in that category. This was the largest gap from number 1 to number 2 over the last decade. This Eagles defense is serious, boys. Saquon Barkley, all those touches last season. I'm nervous. About all those touches, but I think the Eagles still get it done, get this division. And fellas, this is where I'm going to flip it on you. I'm going them Cowgirls. To get in there and get a wild card. Get that last wild card. Give Dallas to me. George Pickens, I think he's going to have a big year. I like CeeDee Lamb. He's also a big dog. Brian Schottenheimer getting promoted. Dak Prescott, a lot of talk about him today, boys. Dak Prescott, I think he's going to have a good season. You boys like Brock Purdy a little bit more than Dak. Doug, did you decide what you wanted to do about that? I got Dak over Brock Purdy in fantasy. Are you trying to make a brew bet with me on those guys? Brad involved also.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Better fantasy finish.
Yeah.
Better fantasy finish. Okay.
Both guys got to play 12 games minimum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
How does that sound? Total points or
sure.
points per game? Total points.
Points per game.
Probably total.
Points per game.
Yeah, I mean, total points is fair.
Yeah, whichever. I don't give a shit. It's not like it's a competition, dude. It's like, okay, Trent Dilfer versus Tom Brady. Yeah, good luck.
If we're going at 12-game minimum, let's go total points on these kind of brew bets. We got a lot of brew bets going on. I've got one with RJ Harvey, but do think Dak Prescott is going to finish higher in fantasy than Brock Purdy this season? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. I got Eagles winning this division. Cowboys getting a wild card barely. Commanders, we're seeing that regression. Jaden Daniels, I really like him a lot. Scary Terry, we don't know. We don't know about him. Might start a little slow. Commanders in third. Giants pulling up the basement. Giants fucking suck, boys. The Commanders, by the way, last year, 12 wins, had a great season. Only one of those wins was against a playoff team. Now, I know they went on the road. They beat Tampa.
Yeah.
They beat Detroit on the road. Shout out to those big wins right there. But only one of those 12 wins during the regular season was against a playoff team. We're going to see a little bit of regression this season, boys. Brad, anything on Doug and my predictions?
Well, I mean, you're wrong because I was right, so that's obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have said it. Duh. I mean, Eagles, sure. Oh, okay. That's chat beat GPT. What's the best team in the NFC East? It's the Eagles. Well, no shit.
Are you the guy that said it?
Yeah.
Who was on there today?
Well, what I'm
GPT.
saying is, like, that's the easy answer. Like, I get it. I totally agree they probably should win. I said that already. So, yeah, all right, they win, but the Cowboys, shut up, Matt. Fucking suck. Fucking shit. Everything's shit. Jerry Jones, piece of shit.
I'm not the most confident on the Cowboys here, boys, but I'm going to say they get that last wild card. Big year coming from CD, Dak, and Pickens. I like that big three. Like you said in the intro there, Brad, this is the 4th NFL Divisional Breakdown episode of High Fiber Sports. Check out the YouTube feed for what we think. Doug, last words on this division.
Yeah, I think I do want to throw this out there. You talked about Saquon a little bit. You're a little nervous. Any player that had 370 touches the previous year sees a drop-off in production up to 50%, boys. And let's not forget, he was injured all the time in New York. Granted, crappy football team. Last year had a great season. He was on my fantasy team, pretty much probably single-handedly got me to the playoffs and almost the championship. And also 2,000-yard rushers in the history of the NFL. The next season, they don't finish with any more than 1,500. Still a good season, but I see a drop-off there too.
Brad, take us home on this NFC East.
Doug makes some serious points there. Running backs don't have as long as shelf life as everyone else for a reason. Like, you could be done like that. I mean, it's going to take its toll unless you're Derrick Henry, and you can run him every single play, every game. I don't think it'll really hurt him at all. It'll just make the defensive backs get scared and pee themselves. And other than that, boys, it was a good breakdown. Looking forward to the next one. What do we got? 4 left. Halfway done after this.
Halfway.
Well, everyone, please like, share, subscribe, and someone please start something to get Jerry Jones into a home. Like nursing home.